So this morning I did a live stream, and I was talking to someone from England, and we talked about Johnny Vegas. Oh, this guy said he didn't think Johnny Vegas was funny, and I like this. I think Johnny Vegas can be quite funny, actually, quite naturally funny. And I was just watching The Weakest Link with a bunch of English comedians, and there's of course, because I don't know, there's about 10 comedians, and there were some like funny quips from all of them. But at the end of the show, Johnny Vegas actually won the competition, charity competition, and he just said, "Well, this is, as far as my dad's concerned, this is because he's won the game." And he says, as far as my dad's concerned, this is further proof that I'm not his child. It's funny. I only had 3 beers and a bottle of wine, but I just feel all day. That's all day, and I just feel really drunk and tired. So I just need, if I don't get a phone call tonight, I'll be okay. Even having another glass of wine, I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. So I'll drink some water with it as well. Very sunny today. It's that doubled in price, so it must be geek. I had a bottle of alpaca earlier. I had 3 beers this morning, that alpaca, and just fucking feel really tired and drunk. I came here on the bicycle, I'm not sure if it was a good idea. Just been watching You had that in America, didn't you? Weakest Link. Just been watching Weakest Link with 10 British comedians. Well done, mate. Don't tell me you're still drinking that fucking cheap sake. I haven't had a bath for over a week. Yeah. Well, I guess you're not getting much cheaper then. I once had a sparkling sake once. Fucking horrible. That sounds like a good idea, but I think if I went in my current status, being scruffy, I don't think they'd let me in. So if I, well, I don't. The prosecutor said that if he doesn't phone me this week, I'm okay. He's all forgotten. But as he hasn't called, I think if he called me like tonight after 9 o'clock, I think that'd be a bit cruel. So hopefully it's all finished. Yeah, there is. Yeah, but you're not supposed to go in when you're drunk, and I'm drunk. Ready tomorrow. Like I say, if he doesn't call tonight, I don't think he'll call tonight, so it should be over. Which is a great relief, because I was thinking about how much money it's going to cost me, so. Or even jail time. But I think, like this time, the prosecutor was quite young and he was quite amenable. Whereas before, the other guy was really old and fucking a bit of a... You know what I mean. You know, because it was this fucking stupid law that anything that's on the streets is someone's property. And it's against the law to take... You've got like some kind of domain or something in America, haven't you? Where if it's laying there, you can just go and fucking grab it. So I was thinking if I could, it'd be nice to win on the lottery and then just fucking... I don't know what's it like in America, in Hawaii. Just fly off to an island with a fucking hotel with a fucking pool. Just get into shape. I didn't have a drink yesterday. That's the second day this week. Young lady looking at me. So I didn't have a drink for 36 hours. But so you can leave the house now and again. This you have to go for shops or go running or walking. Yeah, I mean you don't have to. It's not. You don't have to look after your granddad constantly. I got some beef stock called Hayashi rice. Oh really? Oh bloody hell, that's not great, is it? Constant fucking... Yeah. It's a bit of pressure, that. Did you cut the wood up? How much did you pay for that? So you got one. Wow, and they brought it to you. All cut up. I was working with this guy in New Zealand. There was a storm, and a lot of these trees were blown down, and they were like really fucking. They were the solid wood trees, you know, like cherry trees like that, where it was fucking solid wood. And he was a tree fella or a fucking tree surgeon. And I got the truck from a mate and a carrier, and we loaded it and we sold a few loads. Well, they just brought it to you for free, all cut up. Well, that's a good deal. Looks like a very shy girl next to me. Wow, I've never heard of manzanita before. There was a girl called Sinita used to go out with Simon from the X Factor. She was a singer. That might have just been a name of Sinita. Yeah, I was thinking of going to the wash house today. I didn't go. I just put the truck. I guess it is, yeah. You know, like those are the best. Those are the best ones, aren't they? So does that fireplace warm the whole house up? I've actually got one at the warehouse, but I think it was used like for an external, for a bathhouse, but it was used like external. I've got a friend that's an actor, and he lives in. He went back to America. He lives in Atlanta, but he's been in a few films, some recent ones as well, television series. And he was like complaining about not being impressed with LA, but he was impressed with New York. But like New York's an exciting place. And I guess now LA is just fucking full of homeless people and British actors. Oh, it's exciting though. I don't know if I've been 2 times or three, maybe 3 times, 2 times, 3 times. But it's really fucking exciting. I think maybe what I liked about LA was the fucking Venice Beach and all the acts on there. I like to. I think that's one of my goals or dreams is to like do stand up in New York or LA or on Venice Beach, and then get beaten up by the police, and then film it. Yeah, like I say, so if I get that, I was actually going to drink after I didn't get a phone call after 9 o'clock, but I preempted it. But I'm too drunk now anyway. But at least I've got back into the habit of drinking water with alcohol. Yeah, like I suppose if you go now, I've got like a guy that watched all of my videos. He lives in Seattle, but I think Seattle's like Manchester, isn't it? Fucking lots and lots of rain. Because I took a ferry from Vancouver to Vancouver Island, and I was surprised because it was a fucking really nice ship, and it was really fucking cheap. And in Britain, all the fucking ferries are really, really old. I don't know if they fucking updated them, but they were really fucking old, cranky ships. I think it's about fucking $6. That's fucking Canadian dollars. 9 months, fuck you know. Really? Fuck man. Oops. Just let one out. Fuck man, that stinks. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Oh my god. I think that was too much food today. Oh really? Are they all up there, are they? I didn't realise, I thought we were like closer to LA. Yeah, the world's changing, geek, isn't it? And not for the better. So you get, this is what I find funny. You're getting all these young men, and like they're agreeing with all this fucking bullshit just to try and get laid. But the women don't fucking want these men. I think these last 2 photos I just did are the most baddest I've ever done. I'm sure if I was still married it would lead to divorce. Fuck man, they stink. That's without even Guinness. But there was a program on some people that went to live in California in the fucking brush, in the brush, whatever, and they kicked them out. They just made excuses, and they started bringing up these bullshit charges on these people that were trying to live off grid, and they couldn't afford to fight it. They said you're a nuisance to your neighbour, but there was no fucking neighbour for 2 kilometres. But they had of course the fucking council, they've got plans for to develop it. That's why now and again people walk into councils with shotguns and fucking shoot them. No, but it doesn't have to be like hipsters, does it? It can be just someone, for example, like me, like retiring, and I haven't got a lot of money. Well, I've got a lot of money. I haven't got any fucking money. But it's crossed my mind to get a cheap. Because my karate friend offered me a piece of land for like $25,000, which I would be able to afford if I got my pension money. But it's not. It's not. It's in a city, but it's but it's cheap. But I think I was talking to a mate, and I mentioned he mentioned that his wife had got a property in Tajimi, and it was like 5 million yen. And then I was talking to someone else, and he said maybe you can get a piece of land even cheaper than that. Well, I'm not talking about a piece of land. I'm talking about like because as you may know, in Japan, you're not buying the house, you buy the land. So the house on the land is not worth anything, given a certain age. And my friend has just told me, Crazy Roy, you've seen him on my a video called I Saw Jesus on a Piece of Toast, and he's 68, 67, 68, and his wife is 54, and they've just bought a house for cash in Nagoya, and that's not cheap. So I should imagine in Nagoya it'd be like fucking $300,000, something like that. Fuck man, that stinks. Yeah, that's the thing. Like with like people talk about trailer trash and trailer parks and things like that. You might be able to afford that, but also I'm guessing that those type of situations, you get a lot of fucking criminal types. So nasty people. So like last month, I just paid 15,000 yen for the rent. So that's like to test if they're gonna fucking say or do anything. Yeah, but I was talking to someone here. Well, maybe I'm just watching too many TV programs. No, I'm not saying like they are, but I'm saying, they haven't got a lot of money, but it also attracts like fucking nefarious types. So, but I was talking to someone, and for example, talking about that piece of land to connect to the sewer, even though it's just right at the side of the fucking road, it's like $6,000 just to connect to the sewer, which seemed a lot of fucking money. So how much was the rent for the trailer? I think this is the biggest problem facing the world today is the amount that people have to pay for accommodation. There was a young girl on the Instagram, I think, and she was saying her parents were asking her for £600. That's $1,000 for a month for a room and accommodation. She got a room in the house. How much would it cost for a? You can, but they're not very big. You can get these units in Japan, but they're not really cheap. For a small unit, it's like 400,000 yen. What fucking rent? Over $500 a week. That's fucking expensive, man. See, that's it. But the thing is, the thing is, if if all that money goes to all these fucking cunts with all the money, the landowners and everyone, which are the fucking Indians, by the way, and if all that money goes to them, then it stops other money going to other parts of the economy. And the government is not fucking doing anything about it because a lot of the fucking government are fucking landowners. You are definitely doomed. And if did you ever reverse the word doomed? Demood. Oh, that's fucking, Fuck, man. People can't afford that. Like in Japan, if you work proper for a company, they give you like 50,000 yen towards the rent. No, but even that seems expensive, Ed. I think in Tokyo maybe you can get like a fucking place for like 60,000 yen, which is $600. We'll just fucking start blowing up Starbucks. I think that's the best thing. Now you get all these people on the fucking internet now. So, like 30 years ago, 40 years ago, you used to dream of being a millionaire. Now, now you're getting people dreaming of being fucking billionaires. This, people will stop breeding unless they're being paid by the government. Yeah, there was a on Instagram or Facebook. There's a girl that does this topic of talking with the ex-CIA guy, and she asked him. She goes, "What's the next war?" She goes, "It's the wealth war in America. That's the next war." Yeah, many years ago, I saw something in England, and it was about a guy that was doing well, and he goes, don't want to be part of a society where I have to build an 8-foot wall to protect what I've got." But now, like in England, we're responsible for less than 1% of the cut of this fucking so-called carbon gases or whatever. But they're fucking stopping everything. There's going to be no jobs for anyone. We can't all be fucking working at fucking what do you call that pyramid selling scheme you've got in America? Amway. My sister sold Amway for a while, and then the guy that she was underneath kept on saying, "Oh, buy more stuff, buy more," and that's the way it works all the way to the top. So everybody gets like, the higher you go, everybody gets like a cut of the fucking sales on the people at the bottom. And I think that a few years ago they were sued and they had to pay a lot of fucking money. But the people who fucking, like all the sellers who duped, they didn't get any fucking benefit from that. Of course, it just went to the government. They paid several $100 million, but it just went to the government. America is, apart of, when they say America is the greatest country in the world, yeah, Herbalife, yeah. David Beckham is the representative. Hey, big bum. Go and look at this bum. I haven't heard of Quick Star. And you American guys like this, don't you? See, when all these people, yeah, exactly. What's 5 + 5? You're right. She's thick. She was thick for a Japanese chick. The Digico. No, I was saying to someone, like when that cunt fucked me up with fucking that coin that I bought into. He probably sold it because he wanted some fucking drugs. But I was saying at that time, I said to a mate a few weeks ago that there was one thing I was interested in, and at that time there was a coin called cannabis related. It was cannabis related. That was the name of the fucking. That was the name, and I thought that could be interesting because of all the fucking dickheads around the world that smoke cannabis. They could buy it just because of the name, and this has actually happened in the Bitcoin world recently, where there was like a squid game related. That one went up thousands of percent recently. So it's not, you don't buy it for what it can do. You just buy it for the fucking the name. Like if you had like Justin Bieber. Yeah, but it's not where, you know. The thing is with that, no, I won't buy any weed coin. No, but if it was like, you know, like if you could get like 100,000 coins for like a fucking $100, it's worth fucking throwing the $100 in, isn't it? But the thing is, it's so impractical. For a fucking $100. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I was watching something about Dennis Rodman the other day, and it was the manager of the trainer or the coach of the Bulls. He went to visit Dennis Rodman at his house or something, and then he goes. So he said to Dennis Rodman, "Do you want to play for the Chicago Bulls?" And Dennis Rodman was going to go, "Yeah, if you like." Oh, dude. Like he just didn't give a fuck. He's got to be one of the strangest sports personalities ever. Apparently, when he was 17 or 18, he grew 12 inches in 1 year, from 5'8" to 6'8". No, I don't think it's as same as a casino, Ed, because if you buy like 100,000 coins or 1,000 coins for fucking $100, then the upside is far greater. Yes, I saw that. I was just trying to figure out how far away. I don't know if did he run into a car, or was she on a cross, or was she crossing the road? But I was just trying to figure out the distance, how far from when she started to cross the road, because the amount of distance that they are covering in like 5 seconds or 10 seconds is phenomenal. And so you probably couldn't. Oh, okay, so it's another car. What a cunt. Let's hope he gets 15 or 20 years. There was a cunt in England a few years ago. He killed a kid and he only got 4 years. He killed a young kid, a child. And this cunt tried to get his mate to say that he was driving the car. Yeah, but the car he was in, like, the airbags fucking protected him, didn't they? What a cunt. Now, if you kill some like that, unless it's like a real accident, but when someone's doing like twice the fucking speed limit and drinks involved, then you should get like if you kill someone, you should get like 20 years, without a doubt. It was just over the limit, yeah. No, but even if he wasn't drunk, but he was driving at those speeds on a normal road. Probably just showing off, yeah. But was it on the what kind of road was it on? Was that on the motorway? But in America, the top speed is like 65 miles per hour or so. I drove at 120 miles an hour in my BM 525i, and but it was on a Sunday afternoon on the motorway, and it was quiet. That's the only time I did it. There were no cars. There were no cars around whatsoever. You cannot risk doing that with cars in like adjacent lanes, because cars can switch lanes as fucking quick as anything. And like I said before, if you're traveling those speeds, it's fucking normal. What a fucking cunt, eh? What a fucking cunt. Let's hope he gets 20 years. And an extra 10 years for being black. I'm only kidding, not racist. I watched Colin Kaepernick last night. It's quite good, Colin Kaepernick. He only like covered the years of getting into like finishing school, but it's a good series, worth watching. Stupid fucking haircut though. Yeah, wait for the crash. You got to sell your house first, though, when your granddad passes on. Go and live in Texas. Well, of course they remember that if you were on second. Yeah, my nephew was living in Denmark for 4 years. So his wife was her dad was a bishop or something like that, and he was the bastard son of a of aristocracy. And so what they decided to do, she wanted to trace her fucking Danish roots. Now they've got 3 kids, but I guess they've come back to Sheffield to. He's probably gonna take over my brother's tile firm. But Texas is a big place. Go to Cornrow, Texas. Well, what happened to the peanuts? The first fucking glass of mine. America's so fucking big. There's that lots of cruises. There was a Japanese there was a Japanese girl, maybe you know that. She did a famous nude photograph album in Santa Fe. And I've been looking on Instagram, and there's fucking some amazing places. One I saw today, Santorini in Greece. Santorini just looked fantastic. And then there was one with this snow scene, and these trees just covered, big trees covered in, not fir trees, massive trees covered in fucking snow. It just looked absolutely fantastic. There was there was like a place to 10 top places in the world to live, and I lived in two of them. One was Queenstown, and the other one was in Shirakabako in Japan, where I was skiing. It's funny that though, isn't it? You know, when people live in a certain destination which every other people seem to love, it's just natural to them, and they don't feel anything special. What about what's that country where all rich fat Americans go to? Next to British Honduras, Belize. I know someone, and he lives in this town. His name is Edgar. He's Brazilian, but he speaks about 5 languages. You know, and he speaks them all well, like English, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese. But he was invited to work in this country. And I think he went over there for like so many months. I just saw your comment there. You remember the book about that girl, yeah? I think she did this after she broke up with the sumo wrestler. Can't remember. I'm fucking hopeless with Japanese names. Yeah, she was. She's one of the top girls in Japan, yeah. You're off, geek. See you later, pal. I didn't see those last few comments because it disappeared. Go ahead. Can I traffic 3 girls to Las Vegas? No. Yeah, go on, Ed. From Robin Clark. I don't know, is that the guy in England, Liverpool? You, he used to be on. Well, he hasn't been on for a while, actually. Yeah, like I said, I know Robin, but I'm not sure Robin Clark. Is that the same guy? English guy? Yeah, yeah. Like I said, but I wasn't like 100% sure of his name. Okay. What was it? What was he asking you, or of you? Oh, yeah, that. I recognise that now. Steinman. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard from him in quite a while. Okay. Why is that? I didn't tell him that you was interested. I don't know. I think Robin, he might be like lighting the loafers, as you Americans say. light in the loafers and heavy on the loaves. Yeah, I'm getting some strange messages from Instagram and Facebook saying we removed your comment or we removed your content. It's the fucking computers. Also, the recent messages. I saw this post, and it mentioned Mount Pelee, and I said, "Is this killed 30,000 people?" And I said, "Is this Mount Pelee in Hawaii?" And Facebook sent me a message. You cannot put this fucking content on. You're trying to fucking spam or something like that. What the fuck you on about? I just asked if this is Mount Pelee in fucking Hawaii. But apparently Mount Pelee is like a god in the islands. Yeah, it's like a god of some kind. But there is a Mount Pelee with an extra E on the end. There is a Mount Pelee and with an active volcano, and I can't remember the country it was in now. Yeah, maybe he was just trying to make friends. I like this girl, she's alright. Cookie style. That's going back a while, isn't it? Oh, she's alright. Big bum as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was saying to someone the other, it's the Scottish kid. I was saying that Facebook is going to die. I'll probably get fucking arrested. Yeah, not as much as I used. I'm always getting fucking banded. But there's no very rare people make original comments, statements. They just share fucking shit. Everyone shares. Why? Because I get triggered. And sometimes it's for nonsense. If I've had a drink and I see something, for example, if someone says America is the greatest country in the world, I say, shut up, you daft con, and then they report me. So the last ban was for a month, but I've got like two profiles, so. But like I say, there's very few people with fucking original posts, and then and you can see how desperate Facebook is. They just fucking give you all kinds of notifications and information that someone commented on that, someone said this, your friend posted that. What's your reaction? You 3 people you know just made a post. What's your reaction? they're just fucking so desperate for people to use the fucking site. I get more enjoyment from Instagram. I've never seen a skirt like that before in my life. She's probably from the art and design school. She's not bad looking. Yeah, they keep asking me to put in the fucking pandemic details. Yeah, like I say, there's a lot of bullshit stories on there now. People making up stories, then stretching it between like 3 minutes and 20 minutes. And they're like, people know what they're up to. They're just stretching these stories out and lying for these stories. You know, and people are saying that was fucking, I won't get that fucking 3 minutes back, or I won't get that 20 minutes back. I don't even know how much money. They're probably not making a lot of money either. There's a new thing now on Facebook called Shorts. Well, no, but it gets worse when they're trying to make money from it, doesn't it? But even all these cases, you know, of like bullying and the police and everything, they're bringing up stories like from 3 or 4 years ago. But like I said, you know, like, maybe most of these social media sites don't pay any good money anymore. And you know, they talk about like content providers, you know, like normal people like me and Victor or people like that, and then they say you can't use bad language, or you can't do this and you can't do that. But if you look at television shows in England, and lots of the shows they're just full of bad language, but they're making money. So all these programs are monetized, but when they do it, it's no problem. Oh yeah, without a doubt. You know, like if you can phone people up, or but like I said, when I've done for the television, I've just done live things on the link, just gone live. But not many people turn up. But I've called Geek a couple of times on the telephone on Facebook. Oh, fuck man. Yeah, well, I guess like in America, you need that kind of stuff, don't you? Because of the problems over there. Same in England, lots of problems, but like I say in Japan, it's you know, the other day there was like the number of new cases was in the double digits, like 20 or 30. So yesterday it was back up to about 200. So just hoping that it won't be too bad in the winter. But in England, it's fucking still 40,000 new cases. No, I haven't had the vaccination yet. And it looks now there's a tablet coming out. I saw something about there's a pill. There's a pill coming out in America, and the Japanese are also developing a pill. Yeah, but I think I've just been trying to stop drinking. Well, I had 2 days off this week. No, but I don't know if it's too good for my heart though, Ed. But like, today I had like a bottle of wine. I had a bottle of wine and 3 small beers. And I was as pissed as fuck, drunk and tired. So... because it doesn't seem I can fucking just drink 1 or 2 drinks a day, so... Well, I think in the long run, I don't think it's going to be good for my heart, so... Yeah, that's it, isn't it? I think it just affects you quicker, doesn't it? You get drunk or tired on the same amount. But then again, I drink a fucking bottle of wine quite quickly, so... There was something on one of the social sites the other day, and it goes, the question was, how long does a bottle of wine last you? And someone put 30 minutes. So that was another thing, not to drink wine because it's a lot stronger than beer. So. Oh, she looks a nice lady. Did I tell you earlier that my friend had bought a house, Japanese wife, they bought a house in a nice part of town. So I'm guessing that must be like at least 30 million, 40 million yen. Roy, Crazy Roy. He's been on a few videos with me. But one of the videos is called "I Saw Jesus on a Piece of Toast." I like that video. It's nice. I saw Jesus on a piece of toast. He was in the cafe with the Holy Ghost. I said, "Hey Jesus, what's your plan?" Yeah, that's it, isn't it, Ed? You know, the older you get, I don't think so. No, it's not. There's no inflation here. Prices went up a little but that was like for food and gas. Gas has gone up now. It's about 160 yen per litre. Would you sell the house in Las Vegas or just rent it out? No, but it's not the house, is it? It's the land. And if you've got like free land, so you're probably better off staying where you are, dear. You could give it to your sister. Do you actually talk to your sister? What would happen if you? Here's an idea for you. What would happen if your sister died intestate? Do you know what it means? I'm assuming you know what it means, Ed. Okay. So she might have. Then again, she might have already made the fucking will out, yeah. There's some girls in there with some strange fucking clothes on. Hello, Hans Apollo. I think I've seen you before, haven't I, mate? Oh, I do have peanuts with it, okay. Thank you. Oh, hang on, hang on. There is some. It ran down the sides. Okay, there you go. Thank you. I'm very tired and drunk. I can't remember where you live, Hans. Okay. Oh dear. Sorry about your wife. Can people even get into Thailand? So I think it's very, very low in Japan, but Japanese are not letting in tourists. Yeah, the oil seems okay, mate. Oh dear. You know, so I'm just wondering, well, maybe I need a bit more money, but even if, I just wonder, can I get back in? Japanese can, but I don't know, like I've got a permanent residency visa, but I don't, the thing is, if you leave the country, what is wrong with your wife, Hans? Okay, man. Yep, that's love, isn't it? Looking after a partner like that. That's a real test of the human condition. Looking after your partner that is sick. Unfortunately, when women get cancer, so a very bad disease, for example, a lot of the cases the husbands can't cope and they fucking leave. And it's not the same. It's not the same with women. They stand by the husband. But in majority of cases, the husband leaves the wife. I think in reality, the number of poor or ungrateful or greedy wives is very, very small. Do you think so? Maybe I shouldn't say it's not true of Japanese wives. Yeah, maybe Japanese women are a little bit different. It's like sometimes I ask my wife to do things for me, and it was like in pulling. What is it? But every time she asks me something, it's like, yeah, sure, no problem, and I do it straight away without even questioning or complaining. No, I think if men do that, they can't live the same because they wouldn't get any respect or love from anyone else after abandoning a wife. So. Especially if they're sick. I just hope your wife gets better. But even though I haven't lived with I haven't seen her for maybe 4 years. All right, Hans, take care, pal. Good luck with your wife. Say hello. Bye bye. I think if she was alive, I would definitely go and help her. So. I would, yeah. I always help people out. That's what fucked up my life. When I when I said to her that I might have cancer, she said, "Go to the council." So she wasn't concerned one fucking bit. But like that's what she said, go to the council. Like I say, you need to find out if she made a will. If she didn't, but your sister never married you. Isn't it? I couldn't care less. Oh, she's married. Oh, that's it. Forget about that then. Maybe if they were out driving one day and they got hit from behind by a Lamborghini. At 150 miles per hour. Ah, she's a fucking strange one then, yeah. Yeah, I grew up with a sister. She was a cunt to me, and then I went to look after my auntie's kids, and the eldest daughter was like a fucking psycho. But they just fucking the mental problems, you know. She had one kid that's a fucking psycho, another kid that's a retard, and another one that seems to be okay. That's the cousin. You know, it's funny. You know, like it runs in the family. You know, like my auntie married to this guy, and he has these strange fucking ways of doing things, and his brother is the same, and his daughter is the same, and it's same with my auntie. She married into a family. They're all fucking. Usually, this strangeness runs through the family, and I don't know if it's taught the way that the father or the mother brings them up or raises them or tells them what to do, or whether it's just they're just fucking mental. I'm sure someone must have wrote a book on it. There you go. So you know, maybe you got away with it. So, but there were just you and one sister, yeah. Yeah, I just saw that about America. You like people of your age, and it seems to be like a lot of American dads used to like beat their kids with a belt. Like my dad didn't hit me. Well, he was in prison a lot. But like, if he told me to do, even today, if I do something wrong and someone says don't do it again, I don't do it again. Once I've been caught. Yeah, yeah, like people that people are always saying, don't hold a grudge, but I hold a grudge without a fucking doubt. Because if you don't hold a grudge, the people that have fucking harmed you think that they haven't done anything wrong. There's some weird fuckers in here tonight. I think I dwell on it too much. After helping my brothers, I hate the bastards. Oh, you lived in France. How long did you live in France? I said to my tongue, vous êtes très jolie, vous êtes très jolie, vous êtes très jolie. I said to my darling, vous êtes très jolie, but only after 5 pints of beer. Oh, cool. Which part of the country? Did you have qualifications, or was it just like Japan? You just bullshitted your way, like most of us do in Japan. Cool. When I looked at something a few years ago, and it was like volunteering in foreign countries to help people, help children. But you had to have a degree to do that. Even as a volunteer, you needed a degree to do it. Well, I've seen most of the cunts. I've been in fucking quizzes with. I left school at 16, and I'm just as fucking bright or smarter than most of the fucking people that were taking the fucking quizzes. No, I think I know more about life than a lot of people. But when some of the, in Japan, some of the teachers at fucking university, they're still teaching them fucking travel English. They've been in university 2 to 3 years. They're still learning travel English. Oh, it's not in Japan, definitely. But the thing in like I don't know, it's like another country, but certainly in America and Britain, the kids are conned into fucking taking these classes, taking these courses, because they say, oh, we can get you a loan. So the school gets them a loan, and then these fucking poor fuckers are saddled. They're not bright enough, and they're saddled with a fucking debt for years and years to come. And I don't, I did. There's, I don't know if it's called FunnY or something like that. I only learned this the other day. These fucking companies, you know what they were doing, Ed? When a fucking student dropped out of university, the government paid this fucking company the fucking debt. So if this student took out a loan for, let's say, $30,000, and they were $30,000 in debt, the government fucking paid this fucking company. Then this fucking company chased up the fucking student for the fucking debt. Can you believe that? They fucking chased up the fucking student. How this fucking company is not in fucking jail, I don't know. Can you fucking believe that? These fucking cunts. The fucking gall of these fucking bastards. And they're charging, and they're charging interest, and some people are fucking paying these student debts off for fucking 10, 15, 20 years. Yeah, it was in England until a few years ago. It was free. Even now in certain parts of Europe it's free. In Germany it's free. Norway is free. Finland is free. I said to my son, do you want to go overseas and study? He said, no. Yeah, what a fucking surprise, eh? Yeah, it started in Britain, maybe in the 1990s or more, or after 2000, after the year 2000. I went to Sheffield University, which is a proper university, after I'd been in Japan, and he said, no, I don't think I can put you on a course. I went to a fucking secondary university, which was a polytechnic, and they said, yes, we can put you on a course. And I thought, I don't want to go to a university which would have me as a student. But my nephew went to Sheffield University, the one that I tried to get into, and my niece went to Hallam University, which I didn't want to join because I thought there was something wrong with it. Because they could fit me in. But like sometimes I think, well, I wish I did have the opportunity to go to university. But I've met the people that did go to university, and I've met people that didn't go to university. And I think the better people are the ones that didn't go to university, without a doubt. So it's like this. If you're willing to take on fucking 10, 20, 30,000 pounds worth of debt to get an education, then you're not very bright. No, I think there's a lot of young people. They teach themselves computer knowledge, damn computer things, the keyboards and the fucking the desktop shiny things that show all the details of the computer. Those people that train themselves, that learn themselves, they never went to fucking university, and you don't need to if you're that bright. You can teach yourself very sellable skills. We met a guy like that in Tokyo, actually, from New York. Cool guy. Ed, am I still broadcasting now? Yeah. Yeah, this is why I've never knocked basket weavers, because I think it was the guy that made the first waterproof basket that Moses was in, and I think he left his certificate in there. It was made on papyrus, University of Cairo. It's yeah. If you had a sellable skill, I don't know if basket weaving is a sellable skill, but what they used to do in the polytechnics in England, I don't know how it works in America, but in the polytechnics in England, you'll be like learning how to build stuff, for example, or you'd be doing a course in, for example, hairdressing, or cooking, or building, bricklaying, plastering, woodwork, joining. You get a fucking certificate in all those things, and you'd be qualified, and you'd be able to get a good job. And I think that's the problem with it's the way it's sold to people. In America, for example, I think that's one of the best places in the world, and I've always said this, where you can go and do a fucking 6-week or a 3-month or a 6-month course and learn a fucking skill, a good fucking skill, and you can earn good fucking money. But some people, today's people, seem to think get your hands dirty is a problem, But if you did a 6-month course in fucking welding, for example, you can earn fucking good money. I've done welding. It's a fucking dirty, dangerous job, but I'm sure it pays really good fucking money. What they do now in England for apprentice. Well, when I was a lad, an apprenticeship was like 4 years, something like that. But now, what they're doing with apprenticeships? They call in, if you fucking, for example, if you print out 4,000 sheets of something, and then you fold them up and put them in boxes, they call that an apprenticeship, because it's a way around the fucking. If you're doing an apprenticeship, they don't have to pay you the minimum wage. So instead of paying you like £9 an hour, they can pay you like fucking £3 an hour. So any fucking cheap shit fucking job, the bosses, they can call it an apprenticeship. So you're delivering milk, they'll call it an apprenticeship. Any fucking tedious job, they'll call it an apprenticeship. And it just depends how fucking stupid you are as a kid or your parents are to take on this fucking tedious work at a very low fucking rate of pay. Yeah, there you go. You know, but like in London, it's a different thing in London with interns, where if you work interns for a famous company, but only rich kids can afford to do that. Like when I went to Manchester for the X Factor, the people that were working on X Factor, they did not get paid overnight fucking lodging. They did not get paid fucking transport. These interns, they got no money. They got no fucking assistance whatsoever. None at all. They just wanted to work on this show so that they could say, I guess one goal was to work their way up the fucking chain and actually get a good paying job within the system. Another thing was that they could say, I worked on the X Factor, or I worked on America's Got Talent, I worked on Britain's Got Talent. But only that leads to one thing is, okay, we'll take you on because you're a stupid cunt and you work for fuck all. So was Thatcher when Thatcher was in power, they had the youth training scheme, YTS, and at that time they got £25 a week, and my uncle abused that system. So he was like a market trader, so they weren't fucking learning anything. So he'd take these kids on £25 a week, and then he'd like justify it by buying them lunch. So they were probably working like fucking £5 a day. Yeah, send me some more of those fucking YTS workers. So now the equivalent of these YTS workers are the apprenticeships, where they don't learn anything. They're just fucking slave labor. Yeah, of course. Well, the worst thing that they ever did was doing fucking privatisation. Because that's spread around the world. So now in England, we've got all these privatisation firms with the gas debacle. So you got all these fucking companies like fucking saying, "No, yeah, we're a gas company," and then they got caught out in this fucking when the fucking gas prices rocketed on the market. They got fucked over, but they had the deposits of all their fucking customers, and so they went bust. And the customers that had got like £1,000 or £2,000 deposited at these companies to pay their bills, they got fucked over. And that's fucking Margaret Thatcher, they're fucking cunts. Right, Ed, it's gonna die in anyway, so this battery pal. Been good chatting. See you next time. Get your sister sorted out. Make one last plea. Send me some cash, you bitch. Cash, you bitch. I bet that's a fucking Russian name. Son you some cash, me bitch. Take care, pal. Are you still listening to me? Have I been talking to myself or what? See you later. Bye.